11 Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the Simulation Football League.
11 Sports and the Simulation Football League welcome you to Estadio Azteca, the site of this Week 7 matchup between the Las Vegas Fury and the Mexico City Aztecs. As we get ready for football here in Week 7, I'm Chris Curtis in the broadcast booth along with Eddie Gage. And Eddie, a 1-1 matchup head-to-head all time between these two teams, but two teams going in semi-opposite directions.
Yeah, indeed. Right now, Mexico City is rolling. They have some impressive wins over this season. Vegas, despite their 2-4 record, all their games have relatively been pretty close except for the one game versus Houston. Hopefully they can get things turned around today. We'll see how it all unfolds.
Should be a fun one. You see Mexico City on the field. They're using their Argentinian fused jerseys this afternoon. It's noon Eastern on the in the eastern half of the United States, and so a bit of an early start for those on a Saturday. Thank you for inviting us into your homes from the Simulation Football League. The two teams ready to do battle. Las Vegas trying to find out which part of a Jekyll and Hyde season it's going to be tonight. Your kickoff is next. We are ready for football. Looks like it's going to be Vegas. It's going to start off with the football in this game. They are in the white jerseys. The blue and turquoise do belong to the Mexico City Aztecs. We're about to get underway and ready for Week 7 action. Your kickoff is gone, and we are underway in the first quarter. Out to the 10, looking to move to the 15, moving left to the 20, 22-yard line is where that is going to end up. And the Fury will come out for their first drive, led by quarterback Thomas Rahman. Their main bell cow, Robert Redford, who amazingly enough had 0 receptions out of the backfield, which is not normal for him, as that happened a week ago. We'll get to the rest of their offense here in just a second. 1st and 10 from the 22. I formation. It is Redford, the deep back. Southpaw will look his direction on first down. Spin move past 1, tries to get past 2. He's going to be taken down after a 7-yard gain. Good start on first down for the Fury.
Good start indeed. I'm a little bit surprised that Mexico City has decided to come out with this soft box, despite the fact that Las Vegas is one thing they're able to do successfully all season is run the ball.
We'll see what second down has for them on 2nd and 3. Loading up the right side of the offensive line, it looks like, and it looks like Mexico City's expecting a run here. Rahman to throw. Plenty of time. Wings it over the middle. That one is caught right past the Mexico City midfield logo. That's a great-looking grab, and that is Brett Funk, who had 2 receptions last week, has his first one early in this game.
He had all day, and one thing I noticed, their D tackle actually ran out into coverage on that play.
John Blades and Memphis Blue, your other wide receivers for this Fury offense. We'll see the Mexico City defense here in a second. Redford's going to get his first carry through the middle and past the first down marker. New set of downs. Talking about the Mexico City defense real quick. Guapo Esteban, the defensive tackle, inside linebacker Nick Daggs. Your cornerbacks, Han Tayumi, Fran Ogawa are your cornerback tandems. And then your safety tandem, strong safety Pablo Zamora and Jeffrey Daggs is your free safety. They also have Cole Varner as the kicker for this Mexico City team. We'll see. He's already kicked off to start this game off. Offset I formation for the Fury. Plenty of time. Moves in the pocket. Throws over the middle. That's a nice seam he caught down to the 16-yard line. That is a great-looking grab. It looks like that is that is a non-contract who made that play.
Yeah, and he had all day to throw. Again, with that soft box, it took a long time for that play to develop, and he had to wait until that receiver actually cleared the zone.
Correction, that was Memphis Blue on that catch. In the gun for the Fury from the 16-yard line. Plenty of time to the outside, looking for Redford. Tries to turn the corner, not going to get there. He'll get down to the 13 and give them 2nd and 6.
Yeah, they're putting a bit of pressure on Mexico City on that drive. They gave them 4 wide receivers, which would you it's just kind of weird thing to see here this close to the end zone. But we'll see how they decide to attack that here.
That's a lot in the box defensively. That's 9 in the box, or 8 in the box defensively for Mexico City. Handoff, Redford going to try to bust through the off tackle position, and that is a 3-yard gain, make it a 3rd and 3 coming up. Got to get it to the 7-yard line for a first.
This right here is where Mexico City needs to keep this game. They need to keep Las Vegas in 3rd down. They have not been proficient in that all season.
Try to make a stand here on the first drive of the game. Rahman looks to throw to the outside, tries to turn the corners. He's going to get the first. He is not. He is going to end up short, and that is going to bring out Dustin McRack for the chip shot field goal. 4th and 1 from the 7-yard line.
Yeah, he tried to buy Redford some time. He was already open. Looks like they're going to go for it here.
That would be an interesting decision if they do decide to do that. I formation currently. This could be a very gutsy call if they do put the play call in motion here. And 7 seconds left in the play clock. Just no, that looks like they're trying to just test the discipline of the Aztecs, which most would say is not very smart. Mexico City holds, though. Good work on that front, and it is 4th and 1.
Yeah, as I was saying a moment ago, he had Redford open previously, but he tried to pat the ball for as long as he could, as long as that O-line gave him time for it, to give him time to get that first down. However, Mexico City was very disciplined in their zone coverage and was able to make that tackle.
Should be a chip shot. About a 24-yard attempt, this one from the left hash. McRack 0 for 1 last week in that loss against Seattle. We're going to try to get off on the right foot in the first quarter of this Week 7 matchup. Snap good, hold good, kick up and on the way. It is up, and it is no good.
Wow.
Wide right from 24 yards out is McRack, and Mexico City takes over from their own 7-yard line.
Inexcusable.
From there, you would think, yeah.
Special teams coach is over there about to throw a gasket.
Matt Wilson takes the ball at his own 20 anyway. Deep back is Ray Bentley. As they start off their first drive of the game, Wilson the southpaw over the middle. That's a short catch, a 6-yard gain. Looks like as we take a look at the Mexico City offense. That there you see is Mike Daggs, a tight end. He had 4 catches for 77 yards on a touch last week. He is the tight end. Kale Barrett, Richard Montague, and the new Week 7 edition, Mac Gibbs, are your wide receivers for the Aztecs. And then Ray Bentley, your main bell cow for Matt Wilson and company. 2 in the backfield for Wilson, 6 in the box defensively. That's going to be a nice run from Bentley through the middle and a first down for Mexico City as they start to move the ball.
Yeah, the nose tackle practically made that hole for him. He pushed the center back, but in the process left a gaping hole right up the middle.
Take a look at Las Vegas's defense here in just a second, likely after this first down play. 2 in the backfield. And off, Bentley going to try to work the off tackle, and he'll bust through the middle for a 4-yard gain. Las Vegas's defense looks like this. Rhett Sawyer, who had 2 pass deflects last week for a defensive tackle, that's pretty good. Inside linebacker Jet Zero is a Week 7 add. It is Freddie Trammell, who replaces Jack Burton in the slot corner position. Merrick Itera, Thomas Rahman Jr., your other cornerbacks. Jonathan Taylor-Skunsing and Max Jackson are your safety combo for the Fury. It is a single back formation for Mexico City. Plenty of time over the middle. That one is a stretching catch over the right side and a nice one near the midfield stripe. In fact, they'll land right at the midfield position as Richard Montague has his first catch.
Yeah, Elias Moreau, I don't know what he was quite thinking. He acted like he was about to blitz the quarterback, and then about halfway in route decided to turn around and cover the receiver. Left him wide open. There must have been confusion on that play.
Offset I formation for Mexico City. 6 in the box defensively for Vegas. Wilson to throw to the outside, has Bentley. Bentley, he's done this before, gonna try to bust through, and he has himself a first down. Good work from him. He had 9 receptions for 60 yards. Last week he has his first for 10 here.
You know what's so hard about defending Mexico City? They don't necessarily have a primary receiver. Despite the offensive numbers they're putting up this season, their receiver is, I believe, they're in 26 in stats as far as completion yards.
Just south of 5 minutes left here in this first quarter. You guys are just tuning in. You haven't missed too much yet. Missed field goal on part of Vegas. But that is it to this point. Bentley has another carry for 2 yards. Talking about Mexico City for a moment, you see they're rocking the non-traditional turquoise and dark blue jerseys. That is an Argentinian-focused jersey. 3 of their roster spots by Cale Barrett, Fren Ogawa, and Pablo Zamora, each Argentinian. So they decided to add a little bit of culture to their Mexico City flavor today by embracing that. That's Wilson to the outside, looking towards the sideline. The toe drag is a good one from K.L. Barrett. He has a completion. It's 3rd and manageable from the 32-yard line.
3rd and manageable indeed, right where you want the offense to be. The entire playbook is wide open. Makes it very hard to defend.
From that 32, they're on the precipice of field goal range for Cole Varner. Offset I formation is ready to go. Plenty in the box defensively. We'll see how much help they send. They do send 4. And they do get to him. Wilson goes down. He's going to get knocked down past the 38-yard line. That is a big hit to take, and it's 4th and might have knocked them out of field goal range as well. Might be a punt.
Yeah, that's a coverage sack there.
So punt upcoming. Going to try to pin down the Fury deep in their own zone. This is going to be a nice kick that'll get them down to the 10. They'll try to bounce to the 3, and they will stop it there at the 4-yard line. Vegas starts this next drive here in just a moment after the break. This is the SFL and 11 Sports presented by APM Music. We are back at Estadio Azteca. Chris Curtis and Eddie Gage along with you for this Saturday Week 7 matchup, the first on a really good slate of Week 7 matchups this week, as the Fury will start this drive from their own 4-yard line. Redford takes the toss in his own end zone. He's going to bowl over one, spin past another. He's got some room to go, breaks a 3rd tackle and then a 4th, and eventually bowls his way down to the 33-yard line. What a play from Robert Redford.
Something you rarely see in the SFL, a toss play. To get this play to work, you need your wide receivers to block down often on defensive ends and outside linebackers, something they do not anticipate doing with a smile. They were able to get it done there, and Redford took advantage of it with a big chunk of yardage there to get them out of their own end.
Some really nice spin cycle moves as well, trying to get himself free of coverage. That's a real nice individual effort as well as the blocking to set that up. Taking a look at Thomas Rahman there. He's in the gun. He has Redford to his left, 3 at the bottom, 1 at the top as far as the wide receivers go. See what he has for us on first down. Plenty of time to the outside. Toe drag to the outside. That's a 5-yard completion for Brett Funk, his 2nd catch of the game.
Simple out route. Keep the chains moving in their attempt here, trying to control it down in distance.
2nd and a medium. Taking a look at this Mexico City defense. They would love to try to keep them at a 2nd and medium. They don't want them to go any further past here. Fury had a nice drive previously that stalled out thanks to the missed field goal. This will be a handoff. Redford through the middle, and that will be a first down. I mentioned to you that there was a couple of Week 7 additions to both these teams. Each team in the SFL has a spot. Well, they have 3 max roster spots that they can use over the next several weeks in this season to expand their rosters, so you can get yourself involved with the SFL by heading to simulationfl.net and joining the Discord server. Each team wants to sign you. Definitely get yourself involved as soon as possible. At the 50-yard line, Robert Redford is going to bring another carry up there. 2nd and 5. You'll see the instructions on how to do that on the right side of your screen.
Yeah, I was interviewing one of those new signees this week, number 89, Mac Gibbs, excuse me. He goes by the nickname of McRib. I asked him how he got that, and he said because it's better than cheese, whatever that means.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Redford through the middle has some room to go. He's got a first down into Mexico City territory. Fury able to move the ball versus this Aztec defense, which is not something that comes lightly. Mexico City, pretty good defensive powerhouse.
Yes, they are, but again, with this soft box, Vegas, their bell cow is their running game, and I'm just kind of perplexed as to why they came out with this philosophy. Perhaps they saw something on film I didn't see. We'll see how this game unfolds. But as of now, they're able to move the ball through the ground, right up the middle of the field at that.
Offset I formation for the Fury. You see there the Twitch chat getting active on the 11 Sports Next Twitch. This will be a run to the right side that doesn't go very far. They're going to try a no huddle to catch Mexico City off balance from the 40-yard line. Offset again, 7 in the box defensively for Mexico City. Handoff Redford, got some room to go. Going to try to get to the outside and burn the edge. You can't get there, and it'll be a 3-yard gain. Make it 3rd and 6. How about another one? 7 in the box again. This time they'll throw. Rahman over the middle. That's going to be a catch on a crossing pattern. 1st and 10 down to the 27-yard line, and the Fury are going.
Yes, they are. 32 was caught in no man's land.
Rahman again. Gonna take a hit. He's gonna get taken down. A 3-yard loss on the sack, but they continue to run no huddle, believe it or not. Not wanting this clock to stop with 19 seconds left in the first quarter. Rahman to throw. Puts it over the middle. That catches a seam right in the turkey hole, and that's going to be down to the 13-yard line.
Mexico City has to do something different here.
And try to catch their breath. Rahman not letting him do so. That's over the middle, trying to get to the first down marker, and he will. It's 1st and goal from the 3-yard line. And wow, the Fury moving the ball rapidly as John Blades brings in a catch.
Yeah, the short passing game is working for him.
It is indeed for Fury and Aztecs, tied at 0 at the end of the first. We'll be right back here at 11 Sports. I'm about to get the second quarter underway as Vegas switches sides. They're moving right to left across your screen now from the 3-yard line. Welcome back in to Estadio Azteca. 1st and goal for Rahman and company. Handoff, Redford through the middle, not going to get there. He gets maybe a yard. They'll give him that yard. 2nd and goal coming.
Yeah, the middle linebacker, you can see him communicating to the D-line. Everyone pinched down inside. That play never stood a chance.
Nick Daggs, the inside linebacker, coming down and making that play. Good work. Now they're from the 2. Rahman under center, 2 in the backfield with him.
Press man coming up.
Handoff through the middle, got it in, touchdown. The Fury get on the board. They have the first points of the game. It is Robert Redford.
Yeah, Mexico City came out and pressed man. Everyone was holding on to their responsibilities. You still have run support, but it's kind of hard to do both, especially this close inside. And one-on-one, Robert Redford made him pay.
Had a touchdown last week, adds another touchdown this week to his totals. And you take a look at the extra point coming here. McRack trying to make it a 7-0 game. That kick is up, and this one is good. Mexico City going to get the ball back as they try to tie it up. This is the SFL on 11 Sports presented by APM Music.
You're clear.
Tonight's Simulation Football League broadcast on 11 Sports is presented by APM Music, Production Music Library and Custom Music House. By Fuel Beyond Imagination, visit the all-new SFLinteractive.net today. By Matt Doyle Designs, the official branding partner of the SFL. And by Media Tech Institute, turn your passion into your profession. Aerial shots brought to you by AirViews, reunited by drone. Visit AirViews VUZ to see more drone footage. Take a look there at Mexico City, Mexico. Traditionally known the City of the Palaces, as we look at Estadio Azteca, as the Aztecs about to get the ball back, trying to tie this game up. Still just getting underway in the second quarter with 10:26 to go. Chris Curtis, Eddie Gage along with you as this ball is caught at the 10-yard line. Brought to the 20-25 to the right to the 27-yard line. And that is where Matt Wilson and company will start this drive. Mexico City were able to move the ball last time out, but it did stall out as they had a sack on Matt Wilson just before the head to punt and pin the Fury down. And the Fury came all the way down and marched into the Aztec end zone. This is a big drive, Eddie Gage, for the Aztecs as they try to reverse momentum here.
Big drive indeed. The longer they allow Vegas to stay in this game, the more confidence they're going to get. Trap play up the middle.
Oh, a spin move from Bentley as he tries to make something happen. He'll get a 9-yard gain out of this. Good work from him. Down to the 36.
He had a 9-yard gain, but it should have been a first down and moving the chains. Instead of barreling his shoulder and getting that first, he decided to get cute and instead paid for it.
Yeah, even the legends in this league will sometimes find themselves in those shoes. Getting a little bit too cute when it matters. 4 on the defensive line for the Fury. Bentley handoff, trying to move the hole. He's got the hole and a first down. Ends up moving backwards. He still has the first down somehow, but he ends up at the 42 instead.
Somehow, some way, I think he may have gotten lost about which direction he was heading in after all those spin moves.
A little bit dizzy, a little bit confused. It happens to the best of us. Offset I formation. Hand off Bentley. Gonna try to work the outside this time. Another spin. He's gotten pretty good at those. He gets down to the 48 of Vegas, and it's a 2nd and inches. I would argue he probably has the first, but be that as it may, it's 2nd and 8 or 2nd and inches.
Be that as it may, indeed, Vegas coming out here expecting pass. They've gotten 2 straight runs on them for significant yardage. They're gonna have to do something about this.
Tight offensive line, tight defensive line. Wilson to throw, puts it into Bentley's hands on the outside, spins past 3 defenders, and gets down to the 40-yard line. They'll mark him at the 39. It's a new set.
He can thank his left tackle, Manuel Sanchez, for that production on that carry, on that reception there. He got out there, which is very hard to do for a big man of his size, 6'5", 290. He hustled out there and got a block to get him downfield.
Moving the pile, a little bit of a diversion, never hurting anybody. 1st and 10 for Mexico City as they start their march down. Split backs formation for Wilson. Defensive line shifts a little bit to the left here. Handoff, Bentley trying to find the hole through the middle this time, and he'll get 2 and no farther. Wilson has thrown 1 pass on this drive. It was to Bentley. Bentley's been the main playmaker on this drive so far for the Aztecs.
Yeah, and I believe that's the 2nd time they ran that trap play up the middle too. This time Vegas was able to corral it to a 2-yard gain.
Got to get it down to the 29 for a first. Bentley through the middle, has to move past 1 and can't get past the 2nd or 3rd. 3rd and 7, only after a 1-yard gain.
Ernesto Sanchez, you want to talk about closing speed. He was 6 yards off the ball at the snap of it. Saw run, read his keys, went up there and made a solid tackle.
You see a couple of different names highlighted on that list. This week's signings in week 7 as the roster spots all got expanded. Freddie Trammell was a 2nd add-on, as they are only usually allowed 1 a week, with Freddie Trammell replacing Jack Butler on the Las Vegas side. That's a throw left side, 1st down to the 27-yard line. As Mexico City moves the chains, it's KL Barrett.
Matt Wilson, the Hall of Fame quarterback, saw a cat blitz coming, knew he had to get rid of it, saw his man open, hit him for a 1st down.
You see Mike Daggs and Ray Bentley chilling there on the sideline. See if they get back in for this play. Split backs behind him. Wilson to throw. Pocket collapsing. He's going to get taken down. Sack coming down to the 32-yard line. It's 2nd and long, as they are still on the long end of field goal range.
Yeah, the offensive line got a bit confused there at the snap of just before the snap of the ball. The weak side linebacker was showing blitz, backed out of it, but there was another man coming from the other side. Left Matt Wilson exposed there. He goes down.
That was Rhett Sawyer on that sack. He is 2nd in the league in sacks to this point. Wilson going long. That is picked off, and he's still got room to run. No contact on the interception. Back the other way. The Fury have the ball, and they turn it over on the to the 20-yard line. What a play, as Matt Wilson makes a huge mistake over the left side.
Yeah, Matt Wilson, even Hall of Famers make mistakes. And on that play, Vegas was in quarters coverage, and that was his responsibility. There was no other receiver in his zone. Made it for an easy read for him, a pick going the other way.
If I'm not mistaken, that was a non-contract cornerback as well that came up and made that play. What a grab. 24 on the Fury. That's good work to turn that ball over. This is going to be an I formation for the Fury. Rahman is under center as they try to possibly take a 2-possession lead. What a turn of events. This will be a toss to the right side. Redford spins past 1, trying to get past 2, and he's going to have a 1st down for his troubles. Good work on the toss play. 2nd time they've used that to a pretty good result.
2nd time again. The blocking wasn't quite as effective as it was the 1st time out, but the results were just the same. They held their gaps, got everyone pinched out of the way, and he actually made some individual plays to get that 1st down. Back to the interception, I believe that was Jonathan Sconson who made that pick.
Was that JTS?
I believe it was.
That very well, you know what, that very well may be. Yeah, it was indeed JTS, Jonathan Taylor-Sconsing, who made that play. Very good work. Thank you, Eddie, for keeping me honest. That's going to be a ball, and it was a dangerous one at that, as Fran Ogawa had his sights set on it. 2nd and 10 after a dangerous one over the middle gets hit to the ground.
Yeah, they were in cover 3 on that play, and usually your responsibility is outside the numbers, but he was actually setting them inside and was able to break on that play.
Ooh, that probably should have been brought in. A little bit of a mistake from Rahman to see if he can reel that in. 'Cause that could have easily been headed back the other way. You take a look at the Twitch chat. Going strong on the 11 Sports Next Twitch channel. And definitely join in on the SFL conversation. A lot of players in this game are in that chat, waiting to talk to you and getting you involved in the SFL family. This is going to be a shotgun play for Rahman. Short play over the middle, crossing pattern. That is going to be a grab that'll bring him down to the 38-yard line. Some shout outs from chat. You see Ray Bentley in there. He's known as Orb Father. Jeff Duffy from Queen City shows up. Tom Rahman. AJ Today Jackson. Big Fish. Zero Rising. I believe that would be Jet Zero, if I'm not mistaken. And it'll be a play from the Fury. That's Rahman to Redford, trying to break through a tackle. Now he has to break through 2, and he's going to end up short. The Fury's drive will stall out. They will punt it, as this will give Mexico City back the ball.
Yeah, he actually had more time in the pocket than he realized, and he actually got some happy feet and could have gave us receivers more time to get open. But again, Vegas, despite them punting the ball here, their confidence has to be growing. They've kept Mexico City off the scoreboard. They're able to get their running game going. And again, if they can just find a way to keep this score minimized, then we need to change it. They're going to have some success today.
Mexico City gets the ball back here as we get back in 11 Sports. Back to it here at Estadio Azteca, Mexico City, with the ball in their hands as they try to move it down the field and try to tie this game up. The interception does not hurt them long term as they go ahead and try to tie this game up regardless. Bentley is the lone back. He's going to get it on first down, plenty of time, and he's going to have the whole 5-yard gain. It's 2nd and 5. Taking a look at this Mexico City offense, points per game, they are tops in the league. But going up against the Vegas defense, it's interesting because Vegas total defense is 3rd. So Mexico City's offense may come against a wall here. They got to try to bust through it. And so far to this point, Eddie, they have not.
Yeah, that's back what I was saying just before the break there. If Vegas can find a way to shorten this game, utilize their running game, which is pretty
Oh, that's a long
Oh.
one to the 30-yard line. Continue.
Yeah, just as I say that, Matt Wilson, showing his Hall of Fame credentials, goes out there and gives a strike.
That's a nice one from Mike Daggs. He gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. And Mike, he's been a good big strike tight end. He's been a nice big target out there for Matt Wilson. Has found him to pretty good success all season long. Mike Daggs, even last week, 77 yards on just 4 catches. His average has to be booming. And also had that touchdown as well, as Mexico City won it in the late moments. That's going to be a sack on Matt Wilson, though, as the Fury defensive line gets all the way through to him. It's 2nd and 12. Nice play from the linebacker to get through.
That has to be a communication issue because he got through there clean. Someone missed their assignment.
And Jet Zero, which I do believe that is going to be his first SFL sack as well. So a huge congratulations to him, the Week 7 edition. Split backs formation.
Showing blitz.
See how much help they send. They send none. And they're going to crowd the line, and it's going to be another sack as the Fury are making things problematic for Matt Wilson and company. Another one goes down, and this time it's the non-contract Andrew Scott who comes up to make the play.
Yeah, once again, they showed blitz from both the Mike linebacker and the Will linebacker at that time. Again, they back out of it. Communication issues again with the offensive line and gave up another sack there.
In the gun by himself is Wilson. 3 at the bottom, 1 at the top. He's got 5 wide. Looks to throw over the middle. That's caught. First down. And another one puts a new set of downs on the board. Another one for Mike Daggs, his 3rd catch of the game already.
Yeah, he's delivered. This time they actually did blitz, but Mike Daggs made him pay with a seam route.
It's a real nice throw as well. He's got to put that right on target, because if he's a couple feet wide in one way or the other, that may go back the other way. So really nice accuracy from Matt Wilson as he puts them in the red zone. In the gun by himself again. 6 in the box defensively for the Fury. And that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. 120 seconds to halftime. It's still 7-0. Las Vegas. This is the SFL on 11 Sports presented by APM Music. Back to it. 2 minutes left before the halftime break. 7-0. To this point, Las Vegas has the lead, but the Aztecs are marching. Single back formation for Matt Wilson as he's back up. This will be a chance over the middle, tipped and incomplete. A little bit of a tip drill. That was dangerous, but Vegas knocks it to the ground.
Tip drill indeed. No one was open. He'd have been better off throwing that one away or running with it.
That did not work there at the 19-yard line. A 2nd and 10. You take a look at the slate of matchups coming up later this week in Week 7. Whole bunch of good games on the whole family of SFL networks. Most of them on the 11 Sports. That'll be a chance for Wilson. Over the middle. That is tipped again. Incomplete. They have one more shot before they have to try. They would, in theory, try a field goal here. 3rd and 10 to try to get it down to the 9-yard line for the first.
This is going to be tough. Everyone's packed in there. They're in the red zone. 3rd and 10. Make a mistake here.
In the gun by himself. Looks to throw, plenty of time. Over the middle. That is going to be a grab at the 1-yard line. It is KL Barrett. He has 3 catches to this point and has him knocking on the door.
Yeah, he bailed him out indeed. Merrick Terra, he actually read the play correctly, but was just a hair late jumping on the ball. That can't happen.
Offset eye. Wilson to throw to the outside. Has Bentley. Plenty of green. Going to try to get there, and he will. Ray Bentley receiving touchdown, and Mexico City has come back to put themselves within a point.
Yeah, right now Vegas is kicking themselves with these opportunities that they had early in the game. But again, with pinning this extra point to tie game, and you can't, I guess, on the road take too much away from it. You just want to try and put some points on the board before halftime.
Minute 22 to go. Mexico City has themselves a chance to tie this ball game with the extra point. Real nice piece of work by the Mexico City offense as they got through the challenges to tie this game up, and a nice answer to the interception that Matt Wilson threw earlier to march his team back down the field and get this back even.
Yeah, Matt Wilson, someone went over there and woke him up, him along with Mike Daggs, and said, hey, our offense is too good to go scoreless at the half. We need to do something. And do something they did.
They did indeed. Ball at the 35. Going to be a nice kick down to the end zone. And it is brought out. The 10, the 15 through the middle, moving right to the 20, the 21. They'll mark him at the 22. So good work, Max Jackson on the return. and the Fury will come out to try to take the lead back. You can get yourself on the field. Each team has an expansion of 3 players per roster, and you can get involved by going to simulationfl.net and joining our Discord server. We've got teams looking to sign you to differing positions. You'll see spots through the introduction channel on how to get started. That's going to be the pass to the left. That's going to be to the 22-yard line. Not much to it, no gain, and no clock movement. So they went hurry up, but the clock is not moving, which is interesting. I formation for the Fury. Rahman to throws a crossing pattern, and that is going to be a catch for a 4-yard completion. 3rd and 6, and again, Fury trying to play the no huddle, trying to make this clock last as long as they can. Left side, this will be in Redford's hands. Redford spins back in, and it's going to be 4th and 2. They just worked themselves into a no huddle formation and then eventually a punt. And a little bit of a decision-making lapse, I think, on the part of the Fury.
Yeah, no gain on the first down. Minimal gain on 2nd down, the square in. Here they are on 3rd down, and they actually blitzed both linebackers. In a bit of a panic, he threw the ball short of the sticks, and now they're punting. Recipe of a disaster, that entire drive.
Well, 10 seconds left on the play clock. There won't be much time for Mexico City to do much, but as they've shown on plenty of occasions before, they don't need a ton of time if they do decide to try to do something with these last, what's going to be 8 or 9 seconds with the rest of the half. That's going to be a return back to the 48-yard line, and it'll end up at midfield as it'll be a drag back to the midfield stripe. 5 seconds left before the halftime break. And we'll get a chance to see Matt Wilson one more time before they hit the locker room.
I'm interested to see if they're just going to take this into the locker room or try to get a quick hitter here to set up for a long field goal. Let's see what Matt Wilson decides to do right here.
Well, it looks like they're going to try the Hail Mary. We've seen this before. Plenty of time to set it up, letting the players get downfield. He's going to launch it deep right side. Plenty of targets down there, and it's picked off out of the back of the end zone. He goes, and that is going to leave us with the end of the first half as JTS has the interception again, his 2nd of the game.
Yeah, you can't fault Matt Wilson on that play. He's just trying to get something done before the half. But again, Jonathan with his 2nd pick today.
Yeah, very good work by JTS to play center field on that. We head into the halftime break. It's a tie ball game in Mexico City. Eddie, your thoughts going into the halftime break?
Well, just as I was thinking prior to the game, if Vegas can find a way to slow this game down, which they've done so far, they can get a W today. They just got to believe they can do it.
Good work there. As you take a look, the offense is really, although there's been a couple of big plays, the defenses have really stepped up to make some nice stops. You have the sacks for the Fury. Yeah, not a lot of defensive line pressure on Tom Rahman from the Mexico City defensive line, but Mexico City's secondary coming up to make some okay plays. In a 7-7 game, based on the offense we've seen, it seems like the drives are having problems closing down and getting points on the board. It's been some really clutch defensive plays at the back end of those drives that have stopped people from getting in the end zone.
Yes, it has. Again, like I said, Vegas, they got to be oozing with confidence despite the halftime score being knotted up at 7. The fact that they're able to keep this a low-scoring game, their offense knows they don't have to overexert themselves and go outside of their elements. They can stick to the running game, stick to the short passing game, keep the chains moving, keep the clock rolling, shorten this game up. On the other half, Mexico City, they have 3 receivers that amongst the leaderboards here, but yet and still only Mike Dax has made any significant plays. They've got to find a way to do what they've been doing all season, which is spreading the ball around, make some plays, take some pressure off this defense, and get a W.
Kale Barrett also with 3 catches in this game, but for quite a bit shorter on the distance front. Mexico City is going to get the ball to start this second half of football, 7-7. As you alluded to, Las Vegas playing much better than a 2-4 team normally has any right to. And Mexico City sitting at 4-2 find themselves in the top 7 of the power rankings this week. Ball is in the air, and it is with Mexico City. That's going to be a return back to the 27-yard line. Chris Curtis and Eddie Gage with you for this Week 7 first matchup of the week. It started at noon Eastern on a Saturday afternoon, so thank you for inviting us into your homes and getting up with us here at the SFL and 11 Sports. It's 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line as you take a look there at the secondary for Vegas trying to get set. Single back formation. It's Wilson. Wilson over the middle, crossing play. That'll be a put for a 8-yard completion. And you take a look at the quarterback comparison there. Tom Rahman not able to find the end zone to this point, just over the century mark in yards thrown. Matt Wilson, not many more yards, but he's been more efficient with his throws.
Yes, but he's also been picked twice. And one thing Vegas needs to hang their hat on so far, they're -6 in turnover ratio this season. So far this season, today, they've gotten 2 picks, but haven't gave the ball away.
Hit as well. Bentley takes a nasty one low. He's going to lose a yard in the process, I believe, as that'll be a 3rd and 1. No, actually, say gained 1. That's fine. Take a look at the Twitch chat. Plenty of activity in the 11 Sports Next Twitch chat, watching the game and cheering on their favorite players and teams. Get over to the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/11 Sports Next. This will be a throw from Wilson, short. That's going to be a 1st down, as the forward progress should put up at the 42-yard line as they move the sticks again.
I can't complain about the results, but wow, he had a receiver on the outside lined up one-on-one with a safety. That'd have been an interesting turn of events if he decided to throw the ball to him there.
Under center is Wilson, 6 in the box defensively for the Fury. And off Bentley. Busts it through the middle, has at least 7 yards. They're going to say he has 7 on the midfield stripe. 2nd and 3. He continues to churn forward. Good work from him through the first half of this game.
Yeah, he's a bit slow getting up, but he's about tired of this low-scoring game as well. He's trying to do something about it. He's running angry on that play.
Just over 9 minutes left in this 3rd quarter. Still plenty of football left with a tie score on that board. In the shotgun is Matt Wilson, has Ray Bentley to his right. They send 4 over the middle, another short cross. And this has been a pretty consistent route for this Mexico City offense as they continue to burn them laterally as Mike Daggs brings in another catch.
Yeah, interesting defensive philosophy that Vegas is displaying here. They're taking away a lot of these short underneath routes, but it's only a matter of time before I think we see Matt Wilson go over the top.
Under center. Wilson to throw. And that's going to be a tipped ball. Nearly Cale Barrett brought that one in, but he had a blanket over him, and it is 2nd and 10.
Yeah, the corner did a great job of giving him a stiff jab on his release.
Yeah. That was Freddie Trammell, one of the Week 7 editions, taking over for Jack Butler, who was unconditionally released from his contract this last week. In the gun. Throw to the left. That is going to be a 4-yard completion to the left to the 39. They're moving the ball again. This is very similar to the drive we saw them have earlier that ended in a touchdown, and even the one that ended in the interception from Matt Wilson. This is a good moving offense. They're moving like a machine from right to left here.
Yeah, I can imagine that the head coach has some choice words for his team at halftime, and thus far, it looks like whatever he said to him has been paying off.
In the gun by himself. Wilson to throw over the middle. That is a catch out to the 29-yard line. It was a tough catch. He had a blanket of Fury players around him. Mike Daggs brings in another.
He had a trio of defenders around him. That was a tough catch indeed. That man is fighting to feed his family.
Offset high formation for the Aztecs. Wilson to throw, plenty of step back on it. Bentley's going to be a one-handed grab. That was smart as well. The juke is going to have him step out of bounds, though. Real nice catch, as if Wilson puts that anywhere else, that might be a pick six going back the other way.
It was. He read that play perfectly. And how he missed that interception, I don't know. At the snap of the ball, you could see him reading eyes of the quarterback, and I thought he might have had one there.
That was close. That was
Yeah.
close. So take a look there at JTS. He's got 2 interceptions today. He'd love to get the hat trick against the Hall of Famer Matt Wilson. Single back, handoff, Bentley through the middle, spin move, trying to break through another, does, the 10 to the 7-yard line, and he's gonna get taken down there. Ray Bentley moves the chains, puts them first and goal, and the Aztecs are knocking again.
Yeah, once again, he was running with attitude on his 2 hands on the ball, juke move, power. He's showing it all today.
Real nice piece of work offensively from Ray Bentley as he again puts the Aztecs in a position to succeed. Matt Wilson, the southpaw. First and goal. Offset I formation for him. Everything tight on that line. Looks to throw to the outside. Has Bentley out there. Going to try to turn the corner. Heads for the pylon. Does he get there? No. He's just short at the 1-yard line, and the Mexico City Aztecs are just that short of taking the lead in this ball game.
Once again, the first time it was Mercatero who read the play right. This time it was his sidekick, Thomas Rahman Jr., who read the play right. But he also was slow getting over there.
Split backs formation. One of them is Bentley. Wouldn't be surprised if he gets the ball here to try to finish the drive that he's really put his stamp on. Wilson to throw towards the middle. He's got it, and that is
No, he's out of bounds.
touch. No, he is out of bounds. Oh, that was close. I thought he was in. I thought he dragged the feet. Cale Barrett will try and argue it looks like, but that is that was very close.
Vegas came with a cat blitz on a goal line, something you'd never see, and they're going to challenge that play.
Yeah, it looked to me like he might have had the foot in, so I would not be surprised to see them challenge this as they are. So very good observance, I think. We'll see what happens. It is a 1-foot league. That's all you need in the SFL. See where this ends up. See it right here. Oh, he's got one of the feet.
I think he dragged that right foot with his left foot like it was out of bounds. Yeah, that's what they ruled. His
No.
left foot was actually out of bounds when he caught the pass, and his right foot was in, but his left was out, so they ruled him out.
Okay, well, interesting call, but they do call it indeed an incomplete pass. It remains a 3rd and goal set. Cale says, all right, I'll just go do it again. No problem. Offset high formation for Wilson. Wilson to throw. This time he looks Bentley's way to the outside. Pylon, touchdown. Ray Bentley, Mexico City takes back the lead here in the 3rd quarter.
The 3rd time on this drive, they called a cat blitz. They sent Thomas Rahman Jr. flying at the quarterback, but unfortunately for them, they threw it right where he just left, over his diving hands, and there was no one to stop him for that touchdown.
No, that was a fairly easy one all told for the Aztecs. Didn't get the first one, but did get the second one. And it'll be Cole Varner on to attempt this extra point. From the middle hash, trying to make it a 14-7 ball game. Snap good, hold good, kick is up and on the way, and it is through. 14-7, Fury are going to get the ball back right after this break. This is the SFL on 11 Sports presented by APM Music. Do it here at Estadio Azteca, 14-7 Mexico City. On top, Cole Varner about to put the ball on the tee and boot it back downfield, give the Fury a chance to tie this game up. 6:15 left in this 3rd quarter of play, as it'll be Max Jackson bringing it out. The 15 moves left to the 23, I think is where they're going to mark him, and that is indeed where they end up. Thomas Rahman back out on the field. See what he has for us. The Fury offense has been fairly good in this game. They've been burned by that team has been burned by the big play on defense, as Mexico City's been able to march on a few different occasions down the field as the Fury now find themselves down a score. Split backs formation for Thomas Rahman. Handoff, Redford through the middle. He's going to break one, then two, and he'll get taken down after a 5-yard gain. As we take a look, this is I had a thought and then it went away. The Eddie Gage. This is a Fury team. We mentioned it before. They are a Jekyll and Hyde effort
Yes.
so far this season. They are 2-4. Last week's game against Seattle, unfortunately, was not as close, I don't think, as the score described. I had the pleasure of calling that game, and this is a statement from them. If they can make it happen and come back and maybe win this game, or at least make it very close, that this is a team that is not to be trifled with.
It is not. They find themselves here, however, in the 3rd and long. 5 yards goes for the first down. They tried that crackback again. This time, Mexico City was ready for it.
There's that 3rd and 5 now. Trying not to let this drive stall out. And off. Oh, that's a problem. That's an odd play called there on the split backs run play. A run blitz is going to take them down, make it 4th and 5, and Mexico City is going to get the ball back right away. A quick 3 and out from the Fury offense.
Yeah, this is what you don't want to see. Mexico City had the ball for this entire quarter up until this point. Now, after a 3 and out, their defense, who just sat down and took a swip of Gatorade right back after this kickoff return.
And this is going to be a snap that goes to the left, punt. It goes to the right, and over end to the 39-yard line to the 37. And that is where it's going to be stopped. The Aztecs going to get the ball back. We'll be right back with another break on the SFL Network, presented by 11 Sports and APM Music. Still a close game in Mexico City as the Las Vegas Fury down a score after a quick 3 and out. They give the Aztecs a chance to put themselves up 2 scores. Chris Curtis and Eddie Gage back with you from Mexico City. 6 in the box defensively for the Fury. Handoff to Bentley, and he will actually lose a couple yards, make it 2nd and 13.
Yeah, number 74 there for Vegas. He's been rushing after quarterback all game on those runs. This time he stayed disciplined. Harvey Stone there and actually got to the running back and made that play. Vegas needs to find a way to bite down their mouthpiece and keep them off the scoreboard here to give their offense a chance.
Still 4 minutes to go. This will be a quick throw. Wilson, left side. That is a throw over the middle and a catch. 3rd and 2. Good work. That is Cale Barrett. No, I'm sorry. It's not Cale Barrett who made that catch. Backup comes in and makes a play at the 46.
He did. Vegas once again brought a blitz, but this time Mexico City was ready for it, gave him the time he needed to get that pass off.
Offset I formation. Bentley going to get the football. Tries to move. An attempted spin move is not going to go his way. And it will be, well, actually they gave him the first down, which is an interesting spot. Didn't think it crossed, but it will be a first down at the 48-yard line as Mexico City moves the sticks.
Yeah, that was a generous spot there. I think he might have got it go just by the skin of his teeth.
On first down, Bentley is the lone back. Wouldn't be surprised to have him touch the ball again here. Now it'll be Wilson this time. Wilson to the outside, and that is this time Cale Barrett who makes that play towards the sideline. A quick 5-yard completion at 2nd and a nickel.
Yeah, Mexico City, they kind of surprised me a bit on that play. They switched things up just a bit and gave him his quarterback more protection. I thought they may have been going downfield, but perhaps he didn't like what he saw and got rid of it for a shorter gain.
Wilson, 1 or 2 interceptions today. Both of them belong to Jonathan Taylor-Sconsing. He's going to go. That's another interception. As I said that, he puts it over the middle, and a leaping grab is going to give Vegas back the football. What a grab. That was Freddie Trammell, his first career interception.
Actually, that was Max Jackson on a pick,
That Max?
but yeah, no one was open on that play. He'd have been better off getting rid of it. He only had 3 receivers in a route, and neither one of them were open.
33 and 37. You're right. It is Max Jackson who made that play. Good work by him to actually jump that. I'm not sure if he just looked over his shoulder and timed it right or what, but what a leaping grab from Max Jackson. Also serves as a return man for this Fury team, and this is going to bring the Fury back out onto the field. Chance to tie this game up. Rahman going, oh, and another interception. Back the other way come the Aztecs, as this one is going to be another turnover. First of this game for the Fury, as it will be Jeffrey Daggs who makes the play.
Yeah, they had the safety playing outside, the corner playing inside, and that was a recipe to. I'm not quite sure what he saw on that play, or if he even saw him at all, but that ball's got to go elsewhere. They had all the momentum going their way. They had great starting field position. I would have liked them to see to get their running game going, but unfortunately for them, their defense is right back out here. Hopefully they can make a stand.
That will work for Mexico City as they try to put themselves in a 2-possession lead. Handoff. Bentley going to try to work the tackles in between them, and he's going to have himself a 5-yard gain. 73 yards, still not quite as close to the century mark as he'd like, but he has been the main bell cow and he probably has 70% play participation in this game for the Aztec offense.
Yeah, I'm not sure if our viewing audience saw that, but the interior of that O-line did a great job of forming on the wall. They actually turned their defender sideways and gave him the room he needed to get up there and get that 5-yard gain.
Bentley is the single back. Wilson will throw, and a little bit of a seam route on the right side. That is tipped and incomplete. Rahman Jr. on the coverage. Early Sunday and late Sunday games on your screen. Good stuff coming on the family of networks. 11 Sports has 5 of those 6 contests. The other one on the Simulation Football League Twitch coming up on early Sunday. Good stuff. Whole slate of Week 7 action over the next couple of days. Handoff to Bentley. He's going to try to work the play to the right-hand side, but the line gets to him and is going to take him down 4th and 3. They're on the outside of field goal range. They may try one here. It'd be a 48-yarder from the spot.
Yeah, that's gonna be iffy. I mean, they do have a contracted kicker here. Let's see what they do.
They
are
are
gonna attempt a field goal.
They're going to try it.
Cole
Just,
Varner, he's been clutch pretty much this entire season.
he's got the leg. No doubt he's got the leg. Kick is up and on the way from the right hash. 48 yards, and it is up and through. Mexico City does make it a 2-possession game. We'll see if Vegas can answer as we head to a break. This is the SFL on 11 Sports presented by APM Music. Job, Eddie, by the Fury there, as they actually stop. They more or less get a better result out of that than it could have been, as the Aztecs were charging down, but the field goal at least is better than giving up a touchdown.
Yeah, they had great starting position to start with. After that pick, held them to 3 there. I mean, you can just imagine where this game could have been had they actually converted their field goal attempt, which is practically a chip shot. They'd be within a 1-score game here. But despite all that, there is time. Hopefully they stick to the script and don't get away from themselves and keep this running game going.
Minute 23 to go in this third quarter. This will be a toss to the left, and it looks like Redford's going to try to bust through the middle anyway. It'll be a 2-yard gain, 94 on the ground and a touch for Robert Redford to this point. He's been another big impact player for this Vegas offense. But the defense is really shelled out to play for the Fury. They've given up 17 points, but have 3 turnovers to their credit, 2 of them by JTS.
Yeah, that's their 4th attempt at that crackback, and Mexico City is ready for it at this point.
Split backs formation for the Fury. 7 in the box defensively for Mexico City. Chance over the middle, tipped and nearly intercepted again. Dags nearly had his second one.
Yeah, yeah, I was looking at that route tree develop, and again, no one was open. Mexico City, despite the soft box that I'm not particularly a fan of, they must have been doing their homework because these receivers aren't getting open.
Mexico City crowd getting loud here as they try to will their team to a stop. 5 wide for Thomas Rahman. Throw right side to try to turn the corner and get the first down. He will not. Nice defensive stop by the Mexico City D, and that is not going to work as Memphis Blue not able to turn the corner.
It's not. Vegas is actually last in the NFL at converting third downs. That with 3rd and 8, it's already a long game to go as it is. And next thing you know, their defense is about to be right back on the field. They got to be getting tired at this point.
That punt headed end over end out to the 40-yard line. That's going to be a spin move on the return and getting back to the 48-yard line. Good work by Dags on the return. Mexico City about to try to again to put some more separation between themselves and the Fury. They have the offense to do it. They've shown the ability. And I have a feeling we'll see another steady diet of Ray Bentley on this particular possession.
And great starting field position to boot.
Just short of midfield, to your point. Single back, handoff Bentley. Through the middle, he breaks through 3 tackles and has plenty of room. He's going to take it to the house. That is a Ray Bentley touchdown. Mexico City adds another touch to the scoreboard.
A tired defense indeed. It was only a matter of time. The middle linebacker actually forced Bentley to cut back inside away from where the play was designed to go. However, he got no help on the other side, and it was off to the races. He was able to shake number 24 there, Jonathan Sconsin, who already has 2 picks on the day. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to help them in run support.
That is a great play from Ray Bentley. There were 3 chances to take that man down on the interior of the line, and nobody could get that done. And all of a sudden, he sneaks out, which he's done on multiple occasions throughout his storied career here in Mexico City. Adds another chapter to his storybook. 24-7 as long as this is good, and it is from Cole Varner. And Mexico City starting to run away a little bit as this turns into a 17-point game just at the tail end of the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, at this point, Vegas has to look at the opportunities missed. They had a missed chip shot field goal. They got an interception only to give it right back to Mexico City on the very next play. And that seemed to be the beginning of this downward trend here. Now, with 1 second left in the 3rd quarter, they're gonna have to open up their playbook and do some things that they may not be comfortable with doing. And we'll see how it turns out. But
Max Jackson brings the return up. We'll have their offensive drive here at the end of the 3rd quarter as we start the 4th. Give it just a moment. Tonight's Simulation Football League broadcast on 11 Sports is brought to you in part by Nation's Best Football, helping NFL, college, high school, and youth players to help hashtag secure the bag. ScoreStream, official live scoring app of the SFL. Sector 6, custom esports jerseys and apparel in the exclusive SFL shop provider. And by Spygo, dedicated to the craft of audio. Aerial shots brought to you by AirViews, united by drone. Visit airvuz.com to see more drone footage. Fourth quarter about to get underway here from Estadio Azteca. Chris Curtis and Eddie Gage with you as the Mexico City Aztecs, a 17-0 run, Eddie, in that third quarter. Has them in a pretty good spot going into this final frame.
Yeah, it actually started with the Mexico City's last drive of the first half, with that long drive featuring Mike Daggs on a couple of big plays. But yeah, that third quarter was a disastrous one for Vegas. But that said, there are 11 minutes to go here in this quarter, in this game. Hopefully their offense can make some big plays and get this game turned around for them.
Now, they have plenty of time to do it. We've seen 17 points scored in less time than 11 minutes, no doubt about that. As Robert Redford on the first play gets a 6-yard run, he'll get the second carry here through the middle. He'll add another yard. Third and manageable here as it is Guapo Esteban who comes up to make the play.
He did. I thought he was off to the races there, but the last second he was able to shed his blocker and get off there and make that tackle.
Under center is Thomas Rahman. Offset I formation for him. Hand off. Redford gonna try to break through. He can't do it. Great play to try to take the edge away defensively, and they do it. It's gonna force a quick 3 and out from this Vegas offense, and the Aztecs are really starting to put their foot in defensively.
I tell you what, again, I mean, same old story. The defense is over there already exhausted, and the last thing you want to see is a 3 and out. I mean, it hurts you both ways. Stop you from putting points on the board. That one was almost blocked, and that defense is right back on the field.
That punt caught at the 42-yard line, and that is where Daggs will start this next drive for the Aztecs.
I can assure you, Ray Bentley is over there salivating. He's just waiting to get the ball because he knows that D-line is tired.
Give you a chance to go from couch to field on the hashtag on your screen there. Join the SFL Discord server by going to simulationfl.net and following the link. You can actually be signed by one of the teams that is on your screen right now, or any of the other 21 rosters that are in the Simulation Football League. That run to the left does not bear fruit. 2-yard gain for Bentley. There's a lot of things going on in the SFL on any given day. 3 roster spots added to each roster to go towards the end of the season. So you can get yourself out there, get your name on that field, your name called by one of our fabulous broadcasters, except me, of course. The really good team we have with the Simulation Football League. Really from A to Z. Every single department has contributors to this thing that we're building. 1st and 10 as Montague makes a catch to the left side.
Yeah, 19 new players signed this week. You can be one of them.
Yep. Split backs formation for the Aztecs. 6 in the box. This is going to be a chew clock drive for the Aztecs. That's going to be a pass over the middle and an absolute seed thrown. Good hands as Montague's going to bring in his second catch in 2 tries.
And for the second time in this game, one for each side, the defensive tackle bailed at the snap of the ball and actually was out there covering the middle of the field.
Nice extension on the reach from Montague as well. Tall dude. Very tall and pretty lanky as well, but he can definitely get where he needs to be.
6'3", he used those long arms to reach up and make that catch and make the catch at his highest point.
6'3" with about probably a 7-foot wingspan. Single back formation for Wilson. Over the middle, that is caught. First down and farther in towards the 17-yard line. That one is K.L. Barrett. Speaking of K.L. Barrett himself, Fran Ogawa and Pablo Zamora, the main reasons for this Argentinian alternate uniform that the Mexico City Aztecs are wearing today. It is based on the Argentinian country colors. Those 3 are from Argentina. So welcome, of course, welcoming to have them in the SFL. Oh, that ball was going forward. Apparently, looked like it was going to be a fumble to me, but Rhett Sawyer comes in and interrupts Matt Wilson's motion by bringing him down.
And I tell you what, he saved the touchdown because Ray Bentley would have walked into the end zone.
17-point lead for Mexico City, trying to essentially possibly put this game away. They're on the precipice of doing so inside the 20. Looks to throw. Plenty of time. Over the middle. Caught. Touchdown. And it is Richard Montague who brings that one in. Another catch for him on this drive, and it's going to be a 3-score game.
Yeah, Mexico City is smelling blood in the water, and it has Vegas team colors painted all over it. Their defense is exhausted. Guys are out there limping around, looking for an inhaler.
Mexico City starting to run away a bit here. Cole Varner to add on another bit to this lead. Snap good, hold good, kick is up and on the way, and it is through. 31-7, the Fury gonna try to start the march back. This is the SFL on 11 Sports presented by APM Music. We'll be right back. Back to it, 31-7 from Estadio Azteca in Mexico City. Ball about to be on the tee and sent off by Cole Varner. This kick is on the way. Max Jackson waiting on it deep. Catch it about 10 yards deep. He will kneel it down, and the Fury will start the drive at the 20-yard line. Thomas Rahman, to this point, has not had quite the day he's wanted, as he has given up some pretty big chances down the field. But I feel like they're putting the pressure, I think, a little bit too much onto Robert Redford. Eddie Gage they've really given him the responsibility of moving this offense. Unfortunately, they've become kind of a one-trick pony in the process.
Yeah, they had some things.
Well,
and we say that.
as we say that, he gets down inside the 48-yard line. And, well, if the one-trick pony works, I guess, in this case it did.
Well, this time they attacked the outside of the field, but they went away from those crack blocks they were trying earlier with those tosses and just went with a stretch play. Caught Mexico City off guard. I can't remember the last time they even tried that run play there, and for them, they were able to move down the field with it.
It's a nice run. Very, very nice run. Split backs formation. So Redford adds some yardage to his total, just short of midfield.
Changing protection here after the line shift.
This is going to be a toss play through the middle. Redford's upended. Back towards the line of scrimmage. He will gain nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Mexico City is ready for it. They actually brought a run blitz on that with the slot corner, I believe it was. And that play was dead at the snap of the ball.
High formation again. Hand off through the middle. This is going to be another one for Redford. He may go. Are they going to catch him? They are not. That is a touchdown to the house. Redford gets points on the board for the Fury.
Oh, the O-line did a great job pinching there. I didn't get his number, but someone got totally pancaked. 77, he did his job and actually went out looking for another defender to block. Didn't find one, but decided to run with them anyway into the end zone. Fortunately for Robert Redford, that piano in his back wasn't heavy enough to stop him from getting to the end zone.
59, one of the backup linebackers nearly was able to get him. And unfortunately for Mexico City, was not able to stop him short of that end zone. A 31 to potentially a 14-point game, as long as the extra point has no issues. Bring it back to a 17-point deficit if things go correct. This is up, and it is good. Mexico City going to try and answer the quick touchdown strike when we come back. This is the SFL on 11, presented by APM Music. Back to it. This will be a Mexico City football after this kickoff is done. Kickoff on the way here shortly. It's Dags back to receive the kick. 31-14, and Mexico City going to try to pound this clock down. Dags will bring it up to the 20 to 25, and he would stop at the actual 24-yard line on the right hash. Mexico City, Eddie Gage, really I expect to see a heavy dose of Ray Bentley here as they try to eat this clock down as far as possible.
Yeah, at this point in the game, with a 17-point lead, the clock is their biggest enemy. They want to keep that thing ticking, but at the same time, move the chains.
Split backs. One of them is Bentley. 6 in the box defensively for the Fury. And off Bentley, got some room to go. Gonna try to break one. Breaks one, not two. And he will get a 7-yard gain out to the 31. Actually changed directions on that run.
He did. Vegas is showing all the signs of a tired defense. The D-line got no pressure. They were pretty much stonewalled at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker actually got sealed off, and he was actually able to break one tackle and get a nice 7-yard gain there.
Offset I formation for the Aztecs. 4 on the defensive line. Plenty of time for Wilson in the pocket. Crossing pattern is incomplete. Make it 3rd and 3. Cale Barrett, the intended receiver. Don't forget, guys, you can follow the Simulation Football League on the family of social media networks, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all at Simulation FL. So definitely get on and follow to see what's happening with the SFL on any given day. Don't forget the Discord server is active as well. Constant messages flowing in. Great people to chat with, including some of the players on this field, as well as the Twitch chat. SimulationFL.net has the link to that Discord server. This will be a run through the middle for that is not going to work. Bentley could not get where he needed to go. Give Vegas back of the football. 4th and 2, and what likely is going to be a punt.
You know what? Vegas did their job. They was able to get them off the field. However, on that last square in, they had a prime opportunity at a pick there. They would have gave their offense some excellent starting field position. It'd have been great to see them make that play. However, they have forced the punt here, so we'll see with time clicking down what they can do with it.
That was nearly blocked. This will be end over end to the 35-yard line. Jackson has the football, and he'll get to the 38-yard line. The Fury back out on the field. This game is not over yet. It's close, but it's not over yet. They get a quick strike here. They have all 3 of their timeouts still.
The fat lady isn't singing, but she is grabbing her notes.
She's warming up.
It's not over yet, but there is still a chance. We'll see if they can get a big strike play here.
In the gun by himself. This is a 5-wide set for Rahman. Pump fake, wings it over the middle. That is caught past the first down marker to the 45-yard line as well to mark him. And Vegas going to try with no huddle. Again, 5 wide. Plenty of time. Pressure moving. He'll move up in the pocket. That's a throw to the outside. Clock stops as they get a 4-yard completion down to 4:32 on the clock.
It was, and I believe that was his 4th read there. But he knew he had all day. Mexico City came out in a 3-2 dime, and he had all day to throw. He knew it. He waited for something to open up. There was nothing there, so instead of forcing it, He was smart, threw it to his outlet receiver. He was able to get out of bounds.
I formation. On 2nd and 6. The outside. Oh, that's not going to work. The backup running back not able to bring that pass in. And that is 3rd and 6. Not good for the Fury, but the clock does stop at least.
Malcolm Crowe, he's a fullback for a reason. They lift so many curls in the weight room that they often can't lift their arms over their heads. He dropped it there, and he's going to go right back to the sidelines.
Yeah, that's probably where he'll stay for the remainder of this game, to be honest. This is going to be another 5-wide set for Thomas Rahman. Quick drop over the middle. That is caught, and that is a first down. 1st and 10 to the 32. They'll run a no huddle again. At the top, 2 at the bottom on this 5-wide set. Low snap on the gun, and that is a big hit. A sack levied against Thomas Rahman, 2nd and 18 after the 8-yard loss.
They ran a twist and got a sack with a 3-man front. Inexcusable.
Plenty of time towards the right side, tipped and incomplete. Clock stops, make it 3rd and long. Memphis blew the intended target, not able to get one in there.
Out of field goal range with the ball where it is. What are you doing here, Curtis?
You got to go. You got to try to get something. I'd say maybe give it to somebody short, see if they can turn and run a route that'll get them with some blocking.
With this defensive alignment, hope they can run a deep square in for a first. We'll see what they do.
Yeah. Possibly. Oh, no, they're going to throw it way short instead. I don't agree with that, but it is 4-down territory in my opinion. I think they might go for this, as Redford is going to lose a yard.
It is. He tried to stick with it. Oh, that's a tough call. I mean, I guess you don't want to force you have another down to work with, but that's tough.
Yeah, that's hard to swallow if you're Vegas faithful. 3 at the bottom, 1 at the top for Thomas Rahman trying to make something happen on 4th down. Over the middle, going for the first down. It's tipped and it is incomplete. Mexico City is going to get the ball back. And here we go. Fran Ogawa comes up to make the play.
Yeah, both safeties are playing inside the numbers. You'd have liked to see him lead their receiver to the outside. Unfortunately, for him, he didn't read it that way. Both safeties, again, they were playing inside the numbers, and he set him inside himself. He did a great job of sealing him off. He practically ran that route for him and was able to make a break on the ball.
So 1st and 10, Mexico City has the football back, poised to potentially move to 5 and 2. 7 weeks into the season, well poised to make a potential playoff run. This is going to be a Ray Bentley run through the left side. 2nd and 5 after 5-yard gain. 142 and a touchdown for Ray Bentley. Also a couple of receptions to his credit as well. And probably, if I'm counting, 8 spin moves I counted to this point in this game.
He's looking over the sidelines telling the coach, no one gets the ball from here on out but me.
I'm sure Ramos Lynn is probably receptive to that game plan as long as it works.
Absolutely.
Offside I formation. Wilson to throw. Has Bentley on the outside, but well covered as they're going to get to him behind the line of scrimmage. And that is going to knock him down as Bentley loses 2.
America Terra, he read that play perfectly. He had that same opportunity early in this game for a pick 6 on it. Misjudged the route of the ball, the flight of the ball, and missed it. And Bentley took advantage of it. This time, he closed in, made the right play, and got him for a loss.
Under center, Matt Wilson with Ray Bentley as a single back, and that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. 120 seconds to go. It's 31-14. Aztecs on top. This is the SFL on 11, presented by APM Music. And we are indeed back at the Estadio Azteca, 31-14, Mexico City. About to finish things off, it looks like, against this Las Vegas roster. Bentley going to bust through another tackle, and he'll get another couple of yards. 4th and 2. They could try to punt, a timeout taken by Vegas at least, try to get them the ball back. So we'll see them with the football before this one's out again.
Yeah, they were able to get Mexico City now on 2 consecutive drives to punt this ball off. With time ticking and 2 timeouts remaining, we'll see if they can at least make this game interesting here.
Punt coming from the middle hash. Vegas nearly got there again. Very, very close. Fair catch called for at the 20-yard line, and they'll mark it actually at the 21. And out comes Thomas Rahman. And trying to make something happen in a quick span of time. This is the situation they were in last week as well, as they brought it to within a score against Seattle. But unfortunately, the score not indicative of the entire game's results. I formation for Thomas Rahman. Redford is the deep back. Looks to throw to the outside. Has a chance here to move it to the outside. That will at least stop the clock as the fullback comes up to make the play.
He waited to the last millisecond to get rid of that ball. Good action on his part to allow him to get that running room and get a head start.
Under center is Rahman, another I formation for him. 6 in the box defensively for Mexico City. Looking like a coverage play, to say the least here. Rahman to throw, has to move in the pocket a little bit. Crossing pattern in Mexico City, jumps the route. That was close, not able to bring that one in, 3rd and 4.
It was indeed. I'd like to see him take advantage of some of these one-on-one matchups with his receiver on the outside. He has yet to do that. He's playing right into the hands of his defense.
He's worked in the middle of the field pretty much exclusively. I think you're right on the money about that. And I can count probably on one hand the amount of times he's worked it to the sidelines with anything long. Mexico City, their crowd trying to will them to a what likely would amount to a final or close to final stop in this game. To the outside, that's caught. 1st down and a few more, as this will get to the sideline as it crosses the 150-yard mark for Thomas Rahman. He's at 158.
Yeah, a few times I've seen him actually run a dig route today. Time is ticking. We'll see if they decide to attack the intermediate and deep routes of this Mexico City defense.
On the catch for that last one, 5 wide for Thomas Rahman. And they'll send 4. Moving up in the pocket, that's dangerous. Evades 1, can't evade the 2nd one. Another sack for this Mexico City defense. Make it 2nd and 16.
It's a shame because they were actually flooding the zone over there and they had some opportunities.
Trying to run a no huddle, throws against his body. That is caught over the middle. Nice grab, 1st and 10 inside Mexico City territory. It's Memphis Blue.
How he caught that pass, I have no idea. He actually threw it while running backwards on the wrong foot, got a duck out there, something that defenses just look forward to. He had a prime opportunity there, Jeffrey Daggs there, to make a play, and somehow was not able to do it.
That was a peculiar throw by Thomas Rahman, able to throw that against his body as far as he was. That's upper body strength if I've ever seen it, especially with the velocity he had on it.
Yeah.
In the gun. Redford is 2, his left, 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. What Damon Simeon would call the oop-de-oop. That's over the middle. That is caught. A nice extension on that catch down to the 27-yard line. They're in field goal range. They need more than that, though. 1:05 to go. Running a no huddle. Looks to throw again. This one goes to the outside. You're going to have to try to work it to the outside if you can. Not able to. Make it 2nd and 6. The clock continues to tick, tick, tick away.
Yeah, he had number 17 on the hitch route, Marion Cabretti, and didn't see him.
Uh-oh. Evades 1 sack, gets it off deep over the middle, and he overthrows his target by about 6 miles as Lopez really pressured him into making that throw.
Yeah, I think he was just trying to throw that ball away. He's been under some heat on this drive.
Yes. Absolutely. Offensive line not able to hold up. They're a little bit tired at this point, I think. 3rd and 6 from the 23. At least it stops the clock. In the gun. Looks to throw to the outside. You can try to bust this towards the sideline and also get the first down. Not able to do so on one of those fronts. And unfortunately, it's the important one as they will look at 4th down here.
Yeah, he had the dig route again for a first down on the opposite side of the field. His progressions didn't allow him to see that as he was going left to right, but unfortunately for them, they have to go for it here on 4th down. It is 4th and manageable, however.
Yep.
Mexico City seems to be giving them the first down. They're just playing the clock at this point. We'll see what happens.
No reason not to. That's going to be a play over the middle. It is caught, and Vegas does move the sticks on 4th down, make it 1st and goal. They're going to try to get something done. 26 seconds to go.
Long time. Oh.
That is going to be a left-hander throwing towards the back of the end zone, and it is intercepted. Another big interception for Thomas Rahman, and the Aztecs are going to be able to put this game away on the strength of that play there by Sanchez.
Yeah, that's unfortunate because he actually beat him off the line of scrimmage, but you want to talk about closing speed. This right here is when doing those squats in the weight room comes into effect because he wasn't able to actually stop his momentum there and get out of bounds.
Victory formation for the Aztecs as they are going to force the Fury to use their last timeout. Big moments in this game. I'd have to take a look at the output from all of the players. For looking at it, who do you think your player of the game is?
I would say it's going to come down to either. Maybe I give it to Matt Wilson.
That wouldn't be a bad pick. I got to go with Ray Bentley though. I'm going Ray Bentley on this just because of his effort, both in the rushing game where he had over $150, and also in the receiving game where he had a couple of scores. I really think that his impact, I think, was probably, uncalculated the way that goes. So the Aztecs are going to win this football game 31-14 over the Las Vegas Fury. The Aztecs go next week to play against the San Francisco Sharks, and on the other side, the Vegas Fury, they are 2-5 now. They will play at St. Louis next week. Eddie Gage, your final thoughts?
A game of missed opportunities. You got the missed chip shot field goal, which is basically a extra point attempt. You've got the interception that they had in the 3rd quarter, which is when the momentum really seemed to swing in Mexico City's favor. Again, it's just a game of missed opportunities, but stuff that you see on film that can be corrected. They just have to find a way to limit these turnovers and missed opportunities. Again, they came into the game -6 in turnover ratio. If they can just find a way to clean that up and get Robert Redford some help with the passing game, and stop to take so much pressure off that running game, then perhaps Thomas Rahman can get the confidence he needs to limit these turnovers and put some points on the board and take some pressure off of this defense that's actually pretty decent.
Still time for a run for Las Vegas. Still plenty of games left in this season. That said, that is all for us here from Estadio Azteca. A whole slate of games for the SFL starting tomorrow early, as on the 11 Sports family and also on the Simulation Football Twitch. For Eddie Gage and also Cameron Irvine, I'm Chris Curtis saying goodbye and good night from Mexico City. We'll see you tomorrow for more Week 7 SFL action. This has been a presentation of the Simulation Football League. For more, head over to simulationfl.net. Good night from Mexico City.
Thanks for coming. Good night. Drive home safely, everybody.
Thank you, Chris Curtis and Eddie Gage, back in the SFL studios. A reminder, 6 games coming up tomorrow on the SFL family of networks, including 5 right here on 11 Sports. Starting at noon Eastern with the New Orleans Pharaohs traveling to face the London Knights. 2:30 Eastern, Tulsa goes to Denver. At 5 o'clock, Houston visits Carolina as the Skyhawks hope to get their first win of the day. At 7:30, the big game from Sioux Falls, the Battle of the Birds. Sparrows host the Vultures, and then the nightcap, 10 Eastern, Vancouver hosts Queen City. For all of us at the SFL Network, have a great Saturday, and we'll see you tomorrow for a very busy day of SFL action.